Hello everyone. So the reason I'm putting this audio in the beginning of this clip is because this is actually a video that I've posted before. It is the first video that I've done since I've gotten back on YouTube, and it was very quickly taken down. So that fucking sucks. So I am re-uploading this, and I took a segment out that seemed to have been the issue. So I'm hoping this solves it. I apologize in advance for again, this was the first video I've posted since I've gotten back on YouTube, and there's a huge difference between this video and my PS5 video, and then all the videos I'm going to be doing moving forward. I'm back in the swing of things, but I hope you really enjoy it. I couldn't bring myself to just let it be blocked. So I took away what they had an issue with, and I wanted to post it because I believe my video is very informative. The only issue is like the audio. It's way too low. And I wish I did better with the edits. But please enjoy. I believe it's very informative. Thank you. Bye. Hello everyone, it's your boy Demetrius the Titan, and just call me Demetrius. It's been I may change that username. I have no idea. And how the fuck do I begin with this story? There's just a lot going on. I guess as a quick recap, there's a person that goes by the name of Blitzchung. He participated and won in a Hearthstone esports tournament. He won $10,000. After winning that tournament, he decided to use the platform in order to call for the liberation of Hong Kong, his home country.
你就讲完那8个字，然后导播我们就结束，我们就什么也都不要聊了，然后你随时可以开始。头先低下来。
光复香港时代革命。
导播可以切回来。
好，导播谢谢，好。
He should have every right to do so because it's a free country, and Blizzard is a U.S. It is an American company. After calling for the liberation of Hong Kong, Blizzard acted quickly. Blizzard took away Blitzchung's $10,000 grand prize. They stopped him from being able to participate in any tournaments for a year. And I can't remember, there was a third punishment, but I can't quite remember what that was. Also, there were these two people here, as you can see in the video. And I can't remember their title. I know there are two people from Taiwan, but I can't remember exactly the title of what they're there for, but I do know what they're there for is to just create hype and keep people focused on the tournament, and that's all good. Unfortunately, though, because they didn't do anything, and as you can see in the video, they actually tried to hide underneath the table when Blitzchung did his thing. But unfortunately, they were also met with some punishment, and then apparently I think their ties were cut with Blizzard due to this scenario, even though they didn't do anything. And Blitzchung didn't do anything wrong either. Fast forward, as this news became global, more and more people started to hear about what was happening between Blitzchung and Blizzard. A lot of people began to delete their World of Warcraft accounts, stop their Battle.net, or delete their Battle.net accounts as well, and so on and so forth. And then people within Blizzard started to protest as well by doing walkouts, and apparently within the Blizzard headquarters, or the building I mean, there are signs saying things like "Think globally" and "Every voice matters," and the people within Blizzard didn't think that Blizzard was abiding by those things by very quickly censoring Blitzchung. So, and good, because Blizzard wasn't abiding by their own rules there. It seems to be clear to everyone why Blizzard is doing this, and it seems to be because of the fact that they have a relationship with China in terms of the government, money, and things along those lines. Mostly, it boils down to money. Fast forward some more, Mei, the Chinese character from Overwatch, becomes the symbol of democracy within Hong Kong, saying things like "Free Hong Kong." Fast forward some more, League of Legends put out a statement saying, "Please don't talk politics." You can find that on PC Mag. And I actually want to stop for a moment here, and I want everyone to read this article by South China Morning Post, and it says it's titled "Forgotten Stories of the Great Escape to Hong Kong Across the Shenzhen Border." I want everyone to read that. Which brings me to another article over here, and this was someone interviewing a woman that was from China, and quote, "Without freedom and democracy, it's like being put in jail, like living in a concentration camp. Without freedom, I would rather die," said Young as she waved a Taiwan flag at a massive protest in Hong Kong on Sunday. So the main takeaway from all this is the fact that I really want to highlight the fact that what Blitzchung did was amazing. He used he used a platform that he had at the time, and I think somewhere he knew that there was a possibility of him losing that $10,000 grand prize for something that he thought was way more important, and that's the liberation of his home country. And I do believe strongly that because of what he did, he gathered a lot of attention onto what was going on in Hong Kong. I know, and maybe it's just me being ignorant to the situation, but I know for a fact that I didn't necessarily know what was going on in the area until the NBA story took off, until this story between Blizzard and Blitzchung took off. And I'm gonna put like a compilation or montage video, whatever you call it here, because I'm seeing some other things going on with China and American businesses as well. And right here is where the issue with YouTube came in. So we're just gonna go ahead and fast forward to the rest of the clip. Oh, but what I was trying to get at is the fact that what's going on is that these protesters are fighting for the fact that they don't want China's authoritarianism to infringe upon their democracy. And now what I'm reading is the fact that they're fighting for even more. They don't want to maintain the democracy that they have. They instead want to fight for a full democracy. Fast forward some more, and it looks like Blizzard has finally put out their own statement. And I will start from here. Every voice matters, and we strongly encourage everyone in our community to share their viewpoints in the many places available to express themselves. Really? That's what he was trying to do before you punished him. However, the official broadcast needs to be about the tournament and to be a place where all are welcome in support of that. We want to keep the official channels focused on the game. So I do understand what they're trying to say there. I don't agree with them. This is bullshit. This is just PR nonsense, but I do understand what they're trying to say. What they're trying to say here basically is, hey, we don't want beef with nobody. This has nothing to do with money or our relationship with the Chinese government. We just don't want to talk politics in our tournaments. I think that's a load of shit. I think what Blitzchung did was amazing, and I think it would probably be in their best interest to just keep their mouth shut. I think that if they truly did not care about what Blitzchung did, they wouldn't have said anything. Or at least what the main issue here is the fact that everyone thinks, and it's true, that Blitzchung's punishment was too harsh. And it seems a lot like what Blizzard was doing is trying to force Blitzchung to abide by Chinese rule by saying, hey, oh shit, you just talked about China. We have money and this relationship with them, so, you know, we need to shut you down quickly. Second, what is the role of shoutcasters for these broadcasts? And I'm guessing what they mean here is shoutcasters are those two people who, remember, didn't do anything, but ties were cut with them. We hire shoutcasters to amplify the excitement of the game. They elevate the watchability and help the esports viewing experience stay focused on the tournament and our amazing players. Third, were our actions based on the content of the message? And they're referring here to Blitzchung's statement when he called for the liberation of his country, and nothing more. Actually, before I read this, I want to get into the fact that, let me go over here. I did miss a part of the story here. There were a couple of students from an American university that put up a sign saying "Free Hong Kong, boycott Blizzard." Blitzchung did not even go as far as to say boycott Blizzard or anything along those lines. He only called for the liberation of his home country and nothing more. But keep in mind, these American students here, nothing happened to them at all. And actually, speaking of those American university students who held up that sign, I'm seeing a thing here that says Blizzard TESPA has decided not to penalize American University for holding up their sign and has scheduled their next match. But AU is the university that these students were from. But I'll continue what it says here. But AU has decided to forfeit the match and the season, saying it is hypocritical for Blizzard to punish Blitzchung but not them. Third, were our actions based on the content of the message? Part of thinking globally, leading responsibly, and every voice matters is recognizing that we have players and fans in almost every country in the world. Our goal is to help players connect in areas of commonality, like their passion for our games, and create a sense of shared community. The specific views expressed by Blitzchung were not a factor in the decision we made. I want to be clear, our relationship in China had no influence on our decisions. You have now confirmed that there's a relationship that you have with China that everyone knew, and that is complete and utter bullshit, that it had nothing to do with it. Because if it didn't, you would have done something to those few American students as well. What to me, it sounds to me like because those American university students didn't necessarily say anything specific about China, like the words China, whatever, didn't come out of their mouth. They just said free Hong Kong. So that's probably why they didn't get banned. We have these rules to keep the focus on the game and on the tournament to the benefit of the global audience, and that was the only consideration in the actions we took. If this had been the opposing viewpoint delivered in the same diverse and deliberate way, we would have felt and acted the same. That is complete and utter horseshit. In the tournament itself, Blitzchung played fair. We now believe he should receive his prizing. We understand that for some this is not about the prize, and perhaps for those this is disrespectful to even discuss. That is not our intention. So Blitzchung got his prize money back. That's good and dandy, but nothing you do now can really take away from the actions that you've already taken. You gave him his prize money back, yeah, but now everyone knows where you stand when it comes to China. Everybody now knows your relationship with China. There's the fact that you didn't censor those American university students who, they said free Hong Kong and boycott Blizzard, and you were willing to eat that, and they said that on your platform, on your tournament, and you were able to eat that, but you didn't do anything about it because they didn't say anything about China. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Clearly what they're saying here is PR nonsense, but Oh, I also skipped the fact that U.S. senators have now gotten involved, and it's bipartisan. It's both Democrats and Republicans versus Blizzard right now as well, which is insane. Oh, so one last thing that I completely forgot to mention is the fact that Blizzard put out two statements, one for China and one for the U.S. And as you can see here, there's a clear difference between the two. The U.S. statement is your usual PR bullshit, and then the one for the Chinese government, or the public statement for China, is really, it gives you very clear insight into Blizzard's intentions. And it reads, "We are very angered and disappointed at what happened at the event and do not condone it in any way. We also highly object the spreading of personal and political beliefs in this manner. Effective immediately, we've banned the contestant from events and terminated work with the broadcasters. We will always respect and defend the pride of our country." Wow. And, yeah, sorry about just having audio here. Camera died. It's probably charged by now, but I'm editing the video now and couldn't be bothered to turn back on the camera. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.